Very good afternoon to all. So, as we all know, that Waiting for Godot is the celebrated absurd play by Samuel Beckett, and it raises so many questions about existentialism, absurdity of life, and universal question. But we have this question that why are there no female characters in Waiting for Godot? So it is a play by Samuel Beckett and originally written in French. And the British Royal National Theatre has marked that it is the most significant English language play of the 20th century. Okay, so we know that there are only male characters, Vladimir Estragon, Pozzo. There are no any single female character. So as we know that plays are to be performed not only for read. So when a writes a play, so he writes for male cast, so or female cast. So Samuel Beckett has only written for a male cast, and when female women have decided that there is no female character, so let's performed it on stage. But in 1980, Beckett objected that women's theater they cannot play these roles because women would not be able to deliver an accurate portrayal of the characters, and there is typo error in Beckett objected Beckett's spelling. So women cannot deliver, they cannot philosophically argument, as we know that Loki's long dialogue they cannot deliver in that manner in a men can do, and he objected, and his main argument was that women don't have a prostate. As we know that Vladimir frequently leaves the stage for urinate, and women cannot do this, but this cannot be the answer that why women cannot play. And this is a caricature by caricature of Beckett by Edmund as Waldman after the objection of this play. So we don't know the answer, but we can interpret that why there is no any women character. So as we know that women's no there is no hope for reproduction and regeneration without women, and no hope. There were two world war, and after this play has written, so it is about after World War, there is no hope, there is no life, and there is no meaning behind World War as well. And the death is ultimate truth. No reproduction, it means no life, no birth, and there is no meaning behind our birth. So no women, no reproduction. But behind this interpretation, we have also one question that are women just a medium for reproduction? What is the about the women's existence or their life? So the second interpretation we can do that stereotypes of gender. So as we know that the stereotype of gender that women are more weak than men. So Vladimir, as we can say that he is like a man, and Estragon is a woman. One he used to wear head, like he is intellectual, Vladimir, and Estragon is used to wear boots, and there is proverb in Gujarati that Strini Buddhi Pani Hoy. So we can compare this in a Indian concept also that Estragon is in stereotype gender. He is a female, and Estragon is more big than Vladimir. And in birthday party, we can see that Meg has the problem of this short-term memory, and Estragon also has this problem of short-term memory. And in Pozo and Lucky, so we can see that men and women, husband and wife, in the To the Lighthouse, Mrs. Ramsey have blind faith on her husband, as Lucky has blind faith on his master Pozo. And when we see in Indian concept, in today's concept that for Indian women, husband is like a god, Pati, Parmeshwar. So we can interpret in this way also that there are a representation of women by these men. So the third interpretation is that patriarchal thinking, that the world is only for men, there is nothing for women. Men can only think philosophically, like the question of existence, the question of absurdity of human life, the uncertainty of time. So nothing about women. So in conclusion, we can just interpret the absence of female characters and cannot get the proper answer. And we cannot now ask Samuel Beckett also. So this question is still open for all to interpret the answer, that why there are absence of female characters. What is the possible reason behind it? We can interpret in many ways. Work cited. Thank you.
Yes, good point. Huh? Good article also, and good point you have discussed. Yes, questions from students? Payal and Ravina.
Yes, sir, I'm asking.
I have no question.
So my question is that in Waiting for Godot, there is no female character. But if we think that if there is female character in Waiting for Godot, so how the female character work out in this play?
Okay, thank you. I had also this question that if there is female characters, then what their role? We cannot answer this, but if there were female characters, so we could know that the existence of also the women's life and the absurdity of women's life. So according to me, Vladimir can be represented as a female character.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it was a good point that it is open for interpretations, and a good finding that you have done about an experiment being done. And Beckett also objected to this, that well, it should not be open to that. Play it as it is, play it as it is. But after his death, many all-women groups have experimented with this play's performance, keeping all the women also there. But there are very interesting interpretation can be done, that how we visualize men and women, and that all becomes very interesting to question. The questions which Vladimir is raising also about Godot's existence, Godot's existence, even if he is considered as God itself, then also how far the women will be able to question that. That also is very important to be seen in that reference also. So people are looking in a way like how it is easy for a man to be atheist when you want to question the existence of God or the character of God or the nature of God. How difficult it is perhaps for a woman to have the same kind of questioning spirit about Godot or God that you can interpret and you can give here. Yes, Kavisha, you have anything to say?
Yes, sir. I was. Sir, we have referred Camus' myth of Sisyphus, and in that work also Camus is trying to illustrate certain examples to justify what is myth of Sisyphus, and that illustrations also focuses on male gender. So his work can be questioned, that why there is no illustrations of female from existential point of view.
Yes, that is yeah. So that is like when we question those thinkers, we also question that whether how far it is so with women, or when you see the questioning spirit of men and women, then what is history giving us as an example? What is history giving as an example? What are the myths telling to us? That becomes very important in that question. Maybe most of the mythical reading or the kind of the characters which are being constructed mythically, historically, theologically, politically, socially, culturally, that they perhaps are not locating gender or women into that position where it becomes necessary to doubt everything or to question everything. And that is a very interesting challenge for the contemporary women also, or like the women in the 20th century accepted that challenge. And so Simone de Beauvoir, Virginia Woolf, they started questioning, they started doing all those things there. That is a very important point that you can see. So Virginia Woolf's are still like see, the problem is that Virginia Woolf's character Mrs. Ramsey is still read in that traditional sense, as if that is the center of the narrative. Virginia Woolf is questioning that center into the universe, is still questioning that centrality, and so the vision of Lily Briscoe is very important. But as an artist, Virginia Woolf will not tell clearly that, well, you should do this. That you should do this is not the role of an artist. Artists will not say that you should. If they will just put the things as it is. It is up to the readers to read. So how we read, and still many people still go towards the idea that Mrs. Ramsey is a good woman. Mrs. Ramsey is the center of the novel. So it is not the center of the novel, but it is the center of our thinking universe. Our thinking universe. And so far as that centrality is not disturbed, the other readings, in all these philosophers' writings, the women will struggle to find a space. But many women now, in the post last century, many of the women has raised the voice. And so now today, if anybody thinks of writing, then they may have a question. They may have many more modern examples, modern, not the mythical, but the modern example which comes after around 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, where you have many interesting voices of the women, which tries to say those things. But how we look, how by and large people still look at those things is still problematic in this. That is why this keeps on happening there. Okay, next one. Who is the next presenter? Payal?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Yes.
I'm audible, sir?
Yes, yeah, you're audible.